okay, so I became first-time mom 6 months ago to a little girl, which all the moms know it's like the most life-changing thing that can happen to you. And so I do stand-up comedy as well, and I work as a nurse during the day. So my life has been full, and then it got fuller and more exciting with a baby. So yeah, I talked to Nicole about why I wanted to do this, kind of trying to figure out my identity now with this baby that I'm obsessed with. But I was in such a state of like fight or flight. I felt like when I had my baby, and I feel like being a mom has so many layers, because maybe it's this thing you hoped and prayed for, or was an accident or whatever, but it's like you love this baby so much. And I feel like there's a lot of shame or guilt when you want to like talk about the really hard parts of that. And because say you love your partner, or you love, say you're good financially, but it's still so hard. There's so many things why it can make it hard. And I'm usually very emotional, and I hadn't cried postpartum, like 2 full months, because I just felt like I was just like drowning a little, and someone was like, and here's a baby, like you're just like in survival mode. And I spent some time with my sister-in-law, who had a 3-year-old and like a 9-month-year-old at the time, and I just like floodgates kind of opened, and it was so therapeutic, and it was like the first real honest conversation I had with just what I was feeling, and I felt like I could say all the hard things, or say the things I was kind of afraid to say about my husband, who I love, or about whatever, about just the hardships. And I felt so understood and seen by another mom. It was very different from that new phase of my husband and I having different experiences and not really understanding each other, or my brother, who I'm super close to, as a male, having his experience. And so I think what I needed in that moment was just another mom who like got me, who like I could say without judgment of things. And so I had this like epiphany, and I was like, I just want to share this like feeling and have that space with other moms. So that's when I said, Nicole, I want to do a daytime mom show with comedian moms. So I'm so thankful for the comedian moms that agreed to do this with me, because again, this is in the infancy stage, just first thing, and no one really knows what they're getting into. But it's exciting, because they're moms and they could be doing a million other things, and thankfully they said yes to doing this and talking, and I'm just really, really happy. So I'm going to introduce them. So you guys actually can both come up here if you're. Please give it up right now for Kaela Crawford. So Kaela has 2 specials, actually. You can find her. 2 Moms, 1 Mic on Amazon Prime. All right. Great. And also you have a special one. It's on Laugh After Dark on Amazon Prime, right? Yeah. I got that right. Okay, cool. Give it up for Kaela. And Kaela, you have 2, right? Tell me your feelings.
I'm so tired. Yeah, I have a 14-month-old baby, and then I have a 4-year-old.
Ooh, and she said yes. She came for this, which is so cool.
Yes. My husband is watching both of them right now, and he wrote me and he said, "This is tough."
Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate you being here so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So good, Kaela. On my right now, right here, she's an actress. She's a writer. She's a comedian. She has a show at the Lyric Hyperion December 4th. She has a book. What's your book's name?
Funny How It Works Out.
Funny How It Works Out. And she's going to be at the New York Comedy Festival shortly. And I'm forgetting one other thing.
Podcast, Manifestation.
Yes.
It's a play on words. My name's Manon.
Manon Mathews, guys. She said yes. And she has very funny videos. I've been obsessed with your videos
You've
forever.
ever seen me roam around Erewhon? Yes. Or do accents or impressions?
So
if you haven't, they'll show up.
So she could be also a millionaire places, and she said yes. So I'm really thankful for both of you. So yes, so this is so exciting. So it's just gonna be a casual conversation about all the hardships and great things of motherhood and funny things.
I'm gonna let her sit. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
You have a
Stay right here.
sorry, they want her to.
And my friend Seawing, thank you. Woo, she's mom. What up?
Is anyone here not a mom? Nice.
Woo!
Give it up for the non-mom.
Well, she's my baby's godmother, so she's like kind of like.
I mean, I feel like we're all mothers, even if it's not of babies. Okay. Like yeah. I feel like that. We're always mothering something, even if it's our husband.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or cat.
So very lightly, and if you want to think about it a second, I can always answer first if you want to ruminate on it. But what do you feel like is something that like obviously it's a number of things, but changed about you after becoming a mom? Like the thing that like comes to mind. I guess that's like such a broad question. But I'm okay. You sorry. I can also answer if you want to think.
I think the biggest thing that changed is that like when you want to rest, you don't get to. And so I'm permanently tired. And like a few months ago, I got 1 8-hour sleep, and then I was still tired. So I was like, what's the point? Like, I'll go back to these 4-hour sleeps that I've been having.
That's what happens when you have menopause.
Yeah, I feel perimenopausal. Like, I'm sweating all the time, and now my algorithm is all perimenopause, and I'm like, sure, yeah, I have it. Like, I'm like diagnosing myself with perimenopause. Now I'm like telling people too. Like, I go up to people, and I'm like, I have perimenopause. They're like, oh, the doctor told you? I was like, no, TikTok told me. Yeah.
Manon, for you.
What's the question again? Because I already forgot. I forget everything. I don't know words anymore. I just see images in front of me. That's the biggest change. I used to know words.
I guess just something that comes to mind if I say like what's changed
I think like I don't have time for myself anymore. And all the cliches that they tell you like leading up to it, at least for me, I was always just very much like, yeah, not me. I'm very different, and like I'm just evolved, and I've done a lot of work on myself, and like all those cliches just don't apply to me. Cut to they were all warning me. Like these were warnings, and like just be prepared. And it's like I have to constantly tell myself that this really challenging feeling is just temporary, because if I don't, I'll want to die.
Yeah.
But then I feel bad, and I'm like, oh, I should just always be grateful all the time. And anytime I don't feel gratitude, I'm like beating myself up, like what a bad mom. And I'm like, well, that's not helpful. But then, like you said, it's just helpful to know that like, oh, everybody feels this way, which makes me feel connected again.
Yes.
But the disconnection from self too. Like I'm only child, like very much like I do what I want when I want, and that not getting to do that every moment of every day, like and doing really what the child needs is, whew, it's life changing.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I'm sure you'll have other questions
No,
on the positive side.
No, there's I just whatever you're feeling.
And my son actually has that haircut. And I just cut it today, and now it's like this uneven.
No, it's okay. I had this like little funny Sicilian grandma who like for some reason always wanted to give me bangs, and so all my baby pictures are really ugly, like little kids. And she cut them really uneven. Like she did this weird. I had this like I don't know.
I'm sure she tried.
She was trying
because I tried, and I was like, I got it. Like I get it. I was doing the layer thing, like wetting it, and it just plopped down like. I'm like it'll do.
Well, sorry. This is like a side thing. Speaking of like hair. When I was just like going insane the first few weeks postpartum, you know, like I don't know, they say, have you heard like traumas in your hair? Have you heard this before?
Oh yeah, and when you cut it off, you're a new person because you let the past go.
Yeah, so I just cut my hair in the bathroom like 4 weeks postpartum. But so if my hair is like looks insane right now, it's because it's still from that. So that unevenness was me. Just as a side note. On a little happy thing of something that changed, because there is some good with motherhood too, but I want to welcome the pain too. Please bring it. But I was surprised. I like weirdly also got confident in certain ways after I had my baby. Not in like I guess I'm not even know confidence, but like I feel like I gave less of a fuck about certain things. Like I just was like, all I give a damn. I was like this baby. Like, I don't know, I felt like there was a shift a little bit too, and like I wasn't as concerned as with how I looked or something. Maybe it was because like my vagina was open, I don't know. Like it was still unclear. But I was surprised that like there was a different kind of like confidence I felt and being like, hell yeah, I'm this baby's mom too in a little bit, which felt good. But I don't know, that's like
such an honor to become a mother.
Yeah.
So that part gets activated, and then you become this like goddess, and you're like, like this kid like is your everything, and they're looking at you, and so I'm sure we pick up on that energetically of like this new identity, and also like if we're not focusing on ourselves anymore, there's such a power in that, right? I feel like that's the pain of all existence is too much focus on self. I feel better when I'm helping somebody
right
else.
now.
Yeah. It's all nonsense. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I also kind of feel like with my daughter, if I see anything bad happening to her, I'll be like, I will fight that person.
Yeah.
Like, you become like way more like protective and defensive, and like in your mind you can do jujitsu. Like, I like think of like all the ways that like I will hurt someone.
And they're like, the person you want to hurt is 4 years old.
Yeah.
Because they're so much bigger than your 17-month-old. They occur as like this crazy teenager, and you're like, I'm picturing chucking this 4-year-old.
Yeah, no, but that's true. Oh, that's true. Like, the amount of guilt that I feel when I start talking shit about a 4-year-old, I'm like, that little brat. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm that person.
Yeah. I just realized I asked you your kids' ages and I didn't ask you.
22-month-old boy named River, yeah.
Okay, sorry, I need to go back to that because then that was me. I was wondering how old, you know. Here's another question for you ladies. When's the moment you've been super unhinged? And again, you think about it, and I can share my weird one to stimulate some ideas. But it was like a couple days after I gave birth, and if anyone, like, I feel like when your milk comes in, I was just like really angry, hungry all the time. Like, I just like needed to eat and drink constantly. And it was our first outing. We went to the pediatrician, and it was like so chaotic, and I was stressed out. And I had a friend gift us a Postmates gift card. And so we left the doctor's office, and I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna order this pizza now, so that way, like, when I get home, I'm gonna arrive to a pizza at the doorstep, and it's gonna be awesome. And
No greater feeling.
Yeah. And so I was like planning this doctor's appointment, and I was like, I'm gonna get home, and this pizza's just gonna be there. And so, like, my husband and I are leaving the doctor's office, and I'm ordering it online, and I'm like, okay, honey, like, what? You know, I was asking like the topping. I'm like, do you want like pepperoni or cheese? Blah, blah, blah. And he's this very like, yeah, he's in a good mood, and he's like, what kind of crust? And I'm like, just, I don't know, thin crust or right pan, what do you want? And like, as more questions populate, I feel this rage like burning, because I'm like, the longer this takes, the less minutes I may have pizza like available to me. But I honestly was like, this was real, like, I was thinking this. And then he was like, no, pan crust, and then it's like all the toppings. I was like, for the love of God. And I was like, you want sausage, Ron? And he's like, oh man, there's this great Italian restaurant growing up, has great sausage. And I just like went insane. I was like, we don't have time to talk about your childhood sausage family memories, okay? For the love of God, I'm trying to have this pizza available to me when I get home. And I just like became Satan. Like, it was insane. And then like, my daughter's looking at me like, oh shit, this is who I got placed with. You know what I mean? Like, and then he was just like, it's fine, just get what you want. And I could see his just whole mood shift. And then I was like, I ordered it, and then I like sat there for a minute. I was like, all right, tell me about this childhood sausage, this restaurant that has great sausage. And he's like, no, it's fine. The moment is gone. And I was like, no, I want to hear about your childhood family restaurant that had this great sausage. And you know, and then there was like such tension. And I knew I was such an asshole in that moment. And then he was like, Jesus, like, you know what I mean? But like, that to me is just such like, was an example of like, it's like the stupidest things.
It's hormones.
And yeah, and you just snap and you.
We have it even before birthing. We have it every month. It's just we just gotta accept it and warn them, and they need to steer clear. I guess post-pregnancy as well, because I did the same. I treated him the same way earlier today with the haircut, because he kept trying to get involved. I was like, get out of the way, and I like swatted his hand away with the scissors. I'm like, what are you gonna help me with? And he's like, I don't feel included anymore. I'm like, you're a little bitch. No, I didn't say that, but I thought it. I think it often.
But it's like those little moments is like why you kind of hate each other for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when it's just like haircuts.
For the
and
men
pizza.
that stick around, like literally, good job. We need to like thank them, because they go through a lot.
They're so
we go through
sensitive.
more, but
Like, my man, at least, is like very sensitive when he's clearly doing the car seat wrong, and she is 4 years old, and he has never done it correctly. Not once. He twists it up into this little like lollipop. You know that lollipop that like twists all the way down? I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, you think I'm stupid? I'm like, you're a lawyer. He's not stupid. You pay for all of this. We get it. You pay for everything. Good for you. Like, I'm chasing a dream, but like, just like, it's a car seat. Like YouTube, he YouTubes everything, but he doesn't know how to. I showed it to him, and this morning it was twitching. I was like, move, move. So I feel like I'm unhinged like once a day.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like it's like multiple.
Yeah, you're like, name it one time. I was like, in the last 2 hours.
all the time. I was super surprised. So my husband is like very chill. He's like very mellow. He could be a freaking yoga teacher. I don't know. He doesn't, but he just has like that energy. So I was like surprised at how much I feel like low-key we kind of hated each other initially from the like. I was just surprised at how much gets like stirred up. Was like a shock to me.
Well, you realize how comfortable you were in life before you had to take care of something that just needs your constant attention and cries in the middle of the night. Like, I didn't know I had rage until the middle of the night when the baby's crying. And where do you direct it? At your guy.
Yeah.
Because he needed it the whole time. But he held it in until this moment. And it's time to unleash. And then when they get mad at you, it's a little weird. You're like, okay, that's misdirected. Direct it to yourself, bucko. I'm perfect. I gave birth to this being. I did it. You did nothing. You know, you get all that.
Yeah, no, it was like such an adjustment. The way it like reminded me of when we were just like, there was tension. Is like, do you remember in school when you'd have to do like the group paper bullshit, and you're like, how do we divide this? Do you know what I mean? And like, don't like in your mind, like a fair way to do it is right. You go like sentence by sentence, but that makes literally no sense, right? Like you can't. And there's always like that person in the group that would be like, fuck it, I'll just do most of it. Like that's a mom. Like the mom is the person who's just like, I'll do it myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then it's so imbalanced sometimes because you have that like mom energy of like, I'll just do it. And so it's never 50-50. Like it's just like you're both trying to put in 50-50 to this thing you both created, but like you can't. There's like no way. Like dad's got like the introduction and the closing, and mom's like body of the work. Okay? And I don't mean that to shit on dudes. Dads can start their own podcast and talk how that. Okay, like they're having their own experience. It's like a total, and it's just you feel like
it's
you're
just less of an experience.
Yeah, it's just like I like literally said to my husband the other day. I was like, yeah, everyone like knows moms do more, and he was just like, not really. Like, but like society knows. Okay, like we all know. Okay, but 100% exactly. So I don't know. I feel like that tension was a shift. We're better now, obviously, she's like sleeping more, but I was not prepared. Everyone's like, how many kids are? And then you have it, and you're like, whoa. I feel like I just was bamboozled a little bit. But was, obviously, I know it's hard, but what can you each speak to your little, I guess that initial postpartum? It's fresh for me because I have a 6-month-old, so how do you feel?
Your postpartum for the next 18 years. I have a 4-year-old. I was telling Manon, like when your baby turns 2, you're like, I could have another kid. Like this is so easy. Like when they're 2, they're like understanding, and I'm like, I don't even remember there being a bad time. Like she's an angel. And then we got pregnant, and I was like, like this is like, and then I fractured my rib when I was pregnant. At 34 weeks. And like
did the baby do that?
The baby kicked my rib, but I had a persistent cough, and she kicked, and it was 4th of July. It was like the fireworks, my rib, all at the same time, and it went pop. And I was like, and then my husband Googled it, and he was like, don't worry, it's super common. And I was like, you're not coming with me to the ER. I went to the ER twice because they wouldn't give me an x-ray the first time because you're not supposed to when you're pregnant. And I was like, trust me, I fractured my rib. I went back 2 days later. Finally, a doctor gave me an x-ray, and they were like, wow, you really did fracture your rib. I'm like, I am telling you, I am in so much
what did
pain.
you do to like, did you have to?
They considered like an early C-section, but it was just too early. So for 4 more weeks, for 4 more weeks, I had a fractured rib, and I had lidocaine patches, and like it was so much excruciating pain. So it's weird to be in so much pain, and I couldn't really like move around, but I still had to move around. And that will test your marriage because your husband doesn't understand. Like, and men, when something bad is happening to you, they're like, I have to fix this, and I'm gonna do it in the worst way possible. And it's make it worse. Yeah. Like it just, everything he said and did was like not helpful, but he was trying to help. And then when I say like you're not helping, he's like, like so like sad that he's not helping in the right way. But then I had the baby, and the epidural made a difference. Oh my God! I was like, what rib? I feel great. And you don't realize like what's in an epidural, because like 2 days I had been in the hospital after my C-section, and they were like, "Did you want fentanyl for your rib?" Fentanyl.
You're like, in pill form, please,
and I was
for the
like,
last 30 days.
And I was like, I am sorry, like I would not, like you hear all the scary things about fentanyl, and I was like, I would never in my entire life put that in my body. They're like, ma'am, that was in your epidural. Did you know that? Like, I didn't know fentanyl was in whatever they inject into your spine.
I just learned that right now.
Yeah. Okay. See, right? Like,
so I don't know.
You don't know all of like the morphine and like and that's why like 3 days after a C-section, you're in so much pain because it all wears off. Like,
what's bad about that is I'm a nurse, and I literally was like, oh shit, there's fentanyl in it. I didn't even realize.
All right, this is a problem. That's not right. We should know what's in it.
Yeah.
No, that is traumatic as hell. That's so intense.
Oh, I have a question for your little girls, because you both have, Do they lick the floor? Like a dog and then eat dog food?
No.
Just mine? Okay. Just do it. I was just, not mine either, doesn't do that.
Boy, my life is like,
But do you have dogs?
I have 2 boy dogs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that doesn't track. So my son is just, gotta.
Being a boy mom is different.
It is different. Yeah, he doesn't stop moving or climbing or headbutting me in the middle of the night and go, Mama!
Do you feel like they are like just so aggressive? Like, I don't know, boys are like insane.
He will not stop moving. He does not stop moving. Ever. He climbs on me and climbs things he shouldn't be. He scales the walls, and I've taught him how to breathe, so he'll scale the wall and go. He's 22 months doing this. It's insane.
You're like, I taught him how to breathe.
Yeah, you're
I taught you how to breathe. Breathe through it, you know.
He didn't even realize that. I taught you how to breathe.
I taught you how to breathe,
The other day I was talking to one of my coworkers, and every time like someone sees my baby, she's like chill in front of them, but then she's more insane like just with me and my husband. And everyone's like, oh, you got lucky, it's a chill baby. I'm like, I don't know, man, I've been meditating my ass off like since I was pregnant with her. You know, like they say, you know, babies like co-regulate with your emotions and your nervous system and everything. And I was like, I've been trying to be calm as hell around this child intentionally. But I feel like people don't believe me. Like, I know maybe boys are different. Boys are nuts,
if you see my son in the wild, if you see him, you probably think he's chill.
Okay,
then they leave, and then it's like must feel safe with mama, so all hell breaks loose or something. They say that like once you're comfortable, all the emotions are free to come out. But when you're in public, you kind of like are like stimulated and have everything together. I don't know.
Okay, no, that makes a lot more sense.
Because Johnny, my fiance, gets the worst of me. But you guys are gonna get the best. But then I go home and I'm like, you know.
It's around 11 months though when a baby starts to be like a real walking human that's gonna like destroy things and have tantrums, and then you have to be like the gentle parent that like gets on the ground with it and you're like, with it. I still call my younger daughter, I never call her by her name. My husband and I are like, get the baby. It's the baby. It's just known as the baby. And she's 14 months, and my 4-year-old is like now mimicking everything we do, and so it's like just like a different. With each month, with each age, it's like a different beast. Like my 4-year-old mimics, and now will repeat back like some bad words. Like my husband was trying to get her to sleep, and he's like, he came to the other room, and he goes, "I'm going fucking crazy," and then my 4-year-old goes, "I'm going fucking crazy." And I was like, no,
it's always that
and
one.
It was the rest of the night.
Anything else that you
No,
say?
and she did nothing else. We were middle of the night. She's sleeping. She's like, "I'm going fucking crazy." Like you have to be so careful. It's scary. It's so scary.
Is your son I have 22 months.
he's talking.
Okay, I'm like, what? I'm in the beginning stages, guys. So I'm
I
like,
think
what
he's
happened?
talking.
Okay.
He says that he repeats things, not sentences yet, but like for sure words. And like this morning, he said shit.
Yeah.
And I said other words. That's the one he repeated.
Well, and sit sounds
He'll
so
bump.
much like shit. So my daughter sometimes will be like, "Shit down." I'm like, "No, sit down."
Does yours mock you? Because River will mock me. He'll go, yeah. And I'm like, you son of a.
Like, damn,
That's on me.
No, I feel like I'm saying babies, but kids are like, they're a reflection of like what you have going on so much, you know. Like even I have noticed like if my daughter is kind of like having a freak out, like I'm like tense and I'm like, all right, let's loosen that jaw, let's like break it down. Like you're like trying to like emit this like calmness to her, but it doesn't always work. But we'll see. But that I am very cognizant of like when I am tense with my husband though, I'm like, God, how do you even like navigate that around the kid? You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be like those weird parents that are like, we never fought, you know, like, but I don't know, finding that like separation, a healthy like, I don't know how to do it yet.
We like we'll say to our kids,
split up.
Yeah, you just divorced.
Separate homes.
That's the only answer.
Yeah, my husband and I will sometimes say like, "Mommy and Daddy had a fight, but they love each other."
Oh, you're gonna say that actually? Oh, but
Because I saw TikTok.
Explaining it to them
Yeah,
is
really.
good.
Yeah, you're supposed to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And
My parents didn't
until
explain.
I started.
Yeah.
Right.
Do it, and then I'd have to
Yeah.
make up what's happening in my mind. But if you
Right.
explain it to them and say, this happens, people get emotional,
Yeah.
has nothing to do with you. You're perfect
Right.
the way you are. This is not about you. I wish anyone would have said that to me. Because we
Right.
take it on like, must mean I'm not enough, that dad's yelling, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And it's like, if we can continue to
Mhm.
explain it to them as if they're listening, because they are, I think we'll be in good hands.
You know, and it's a different time too, because my mom is in her 70s, and she'll come over and she'll be like, "Your father and I never fought." I'm
Oh,
like,
what?
"Yes, you yes, you did. I never get mad at your father." And she's like, "Ah! Where's the roast beef? You forgot it at home." And like, you're just like, "Oh my God!" Like
She in wedding prep?
she watches Hallmark and she comes over and she's like, she'll say to my husband, "Can you do something? The baby's crying." She just like watches the baby. She doesn't like watch the baby. She just literally watches her.
Yeah,
in
there's a
Hallmark.
difference between watching the baby
Yes.
and taking care of the baby.
Yes.
Those are two different things.
Mhm.
We need to get clear, because that's
Yeah.
what my mom, she watches the baby, but she's not caring
She's not
for the baby.
watching.
She's like scrolling
Yeah.
on TikTok looking. I'm like, I said no screen time.
I like that you say no screen time to your mom. To your child, you're like, "Here's the iPad."
You need to get off the phone. You can watch the TV as much as you want.
My mom actually had to watch my brother's kids recently for the first time, like both of them. It's like a 3-year-old and like 1-year-old now, and she was like, "I didn't care, that TV was coming on." Like we were watching movies. All, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm in the early phases of like limiting it, but my husband likes sports, and I don't know, she's always like popping around a corner. She's like, "Dad's watching the game," you know, like she's getting that screen time in low key.
You do your best,
Yeah.
and you don't judge yourself,
Yeah.
because you're gonna mess up. And
Yeah.
like don't add layers upon layers of judging yourself on top of the already existing pain. That for me has been the biggest lesson. Is like we're gonna falter, you know,
Yeah.
and just like being like loving ourselves through that and doing our best. To me has been really helpful.
Yeah, no, I have to constantly tell myself, like, currently, just like, it's okay, it's like, it can be hard and stuff. Like, I feel like guilt and shame immediately follow when, like, if my daughter gets like fussy and crying and like, I'm trying to just like calm her but can't or something, and I immediately am like, I like feel the anger boiling, and then I like immediately feel bad about it. Like, and I'm just like, why am I? And it's just so weird to like love the baby so much or the child so much, and then also have like so much frustration at this. It's like such a like they can coexist for sure, but I'm like, why do I always feel like that mom guilt about it though so hard? You know, it's just, I don't think it ever goes away. I'm sure it won't, but
No.
No.
But I think loving those parts of us is going to be like dissolve it a ton, right? Because it's like we're
Yeah.
essentially parenting ourselves. They're a reflection of us.
So the chills.
Yeah. That's how you know.
We are parenting ourselves.
Yeah.
You're like,
in the way
for
that
the
we
first
get.
time, right?
Yeah.
And even though like I had amazing parents, but like they were flawed, and like I have flaws because of them, and anger because of them. And then when I do get mad at my like 4-year-old, she'll be like, "Mommy, you got mad at me," and I'm like, "But it was only in 1 minute. I only got mad at you the entire rest of the day. Like I took you to the pumpkin patch and the car wash, and we ate soup, and like we ate pancakes, and like whatever you want. But for 1 minute, I got mad. She got, "You got mad to me," and I'm like, "No, like then I just say, "You're right. I did. Someone said the other day, they said, I got mad at you, but then I calmed down, and it's something that I need to work on, and it's something you can like learn from as well."
Validation. That was something that I've learned recently too, is validating their experience.
Yes.
And not bypassing it and being like, yeah, that happened, and I'm working on it, like you said, I'm sorry. And because if you don't validate their experience, they start to question whether they exist or not. And that's something that I grew up with, was they were just like, no, you should be grateful, or stop crying, or whatever. And then I stopped feeling like I exist, and therefore I didn't know how to trust myself. And that showed up later in life with like really detrimental, behaviors or whatever, that I tried to reclaim, like, no, I do matter, and these feelings, and that came with validating myself, like seeing myself, right? Like, so compassion is being able to be with somebody's pain, and just be with it, right? Like, how often do our kids cry and you're just with it? You're not trying to stop it or change it or fix it. We just go, I'm with this pain, right? So it's like, it's an internal process too, with ourselves.
Yeah, the stop crying thing, like I make an effort to not say stop crying, because they always say like, because it really like shuts them down, and so you like let them feel their feelings, and then they see you having like real emotions, like you're human, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, like I feel like she handles her emotions better when she sees me breathing. Like if she sees me bedtime's the hardest, for me at least. Like my kid will not, does anyone experience that? Like bedtime for me, I'm like, I'm a different, like
What goes on?
Like she just won't sleep.
The 4 or the
4-year-old. She's like, she needs crackers, she needs water, she needs a blueberry waffle, she needs like all of IHOP, like to get her in bed. But she knows to sit on the ottoman, because if she eats the crackers, she's like a squirrel, and it like all ends up in the bed. And then we're just like, because by the way, she now sleeps in my bed, and please don't judge me.
This is no judgment.
Listen, why is that? That should be celebrated.
But here's the thing,
we only get to do that for so long.
That's
so
what
I just
everyone
want you
keeps
to
saying to
remove
me.
that judgment. Like,
Thank
yes,
you.
Amen that she sleeps in your bed.
People are like, it's only 3 more years, and I'm like, that's a long time. Like
It is.
3
It's
more
both.
years.
It's both, right?
It's both short and long.
But you shouldn't feel bad about it at all. Like that's
Right. See, that's the thing. I think moms are way less judgmental than any other people.
Species.
Moms are a different kind of species, and like we actually don't judge, because we like when a kid's screaming now, I'm like, I get it. Like, but before having kids, you're like, my kids never. Like you say, you think those things, and then you realize when you become a mom, you're like, I get all of it.
yeah.
But like my daughter was sleeping in her crib, then it turned into a toddler bed, and then at 3 a.m. every single night she would scream in my room and scare the shit out of me. And I hate scary movies, and I hate everything scary. And I was like, I personally can't handle this for my heart. So I ended up just like letting her sleep in the bed.
And it wasn't scary that she was screaming, it was scary that she was holding a knife.
Yes, exactly. This stabbing really was like, this has to stop.
That was something that you said, like what changed for the better was the widening of compassion. That I feel like my heart is exploding out of my chest now, and that's a really cool thing. And I think that ties in with the confidence that you talked about. It's like, oh, I didn't know this superpower would come into where I have compassion for now everybody.
Yes.
You know, like I never really noticed moms before too much, unfortunately. I just they weren't in, I was focusing on something else. Now all I see is moms and babies.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, how can I help? How can I help? I'm like, that's kind of cool.
No, I think that all like the joy, the joy in like the simplest little things was like such a great surprise to me. Like this explosion of just like love and happiness. And then like I feel like I just look at moms so differently now. Like I see moms everywhere. That's so funny you said that, because I feel like, and I see like strollers, like you just are like so observant of like, I was walking the other day, I saw this mom, and I'm like, that looks like a newborn. You know, I'm like that weird, really in the grocery sound like someone just had a baby or something weird. But and she was like 3 days old or something. She was like walking by the hospital, but she's like, yeah, I just had her. And I don't know, your heart just like melts a little because you're just like, like you're having that shared experience, and you're like, and I think that's why when I talked to my sister-in-law originally, when I like wanted to do this, it was like just this like understanding with each other, of like that mom understanding that felt so cozy and comfy, and just like I felt like I just wasn't being understood by anyone around me. And so it was like, whether I was saying things to my husband or saying, you know, I just felt like I kept coming off as like so sensitive, and it was like the first just real authentic conversation where I just was like, oh my God, I just feel understood right now. Like I feel like you know what I'm saying, and like it's like I just need someone who had walked where I was walking, and it just was just like nothing changed about my situation, but like everything changed for me just by like talking about it with her. And so it was just, I don't know, and that's the kind of everyone just wants that in life, like whatever stage you're going through, whether it's like, you know, when you're engaged, you're like, you know, like, or you're retiring, like you really just want people to understand you and feel, you know, understood, be like, okay, this feels good, I'm not nuts, I just needed, you know. And there's so much that's like unseen, and I think in the initial, like, I remember the first couple weeks, I got like really frustrated because I like didn't want to carry my daughter up the stairs or something, because I was just like so tired and hungry or something, and I asked my husband to, and then I made a comment about like, yeah, no, and I'm still bleeding. And he was like, oh wow, you're still bleeding? And to me, I was just like, yes, I'm still bleeding. Like, but like no one could see that. Do you know what I'm saying? But to me, it just stood out as this thing of like, yeah, no, like my body is still going through things like after that initial like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like people, like
at 6 weeks they say that you can have sex again, and on the 6
who the
weeks,
fuck
to the day, he was like, well, it's been 6 weeks, and then we did it.
Oh
and I was
God.
like, why am I feeling guilt, like, that it hurt? Like, that's
No.
crazy.
No,
And then I talked to other moms, they're like, oh, we waited 6 months.
yeah,
Another,
no.
Just another thing. I'm like, oh, why does that make me feel so good that I know that people aren't just ready right on the dot? And then some, you know, then I met other moms that are like ready 2.5 weeks later. I'm like, okay, you're a psychopath.
No, so I actually read, so like and this like made, I have like no sex drive right now, which sorry TMI, but like.
Neither do I.
But like, that might have just been normal. I'm just like low libido chick, I don't know. But, sorry.
No, I'm saying neither do I.
But
22 months old boy. I don't know what the libido is. I have to like.
It's hard, okay? Prepare.
Like I have to.
No, I'm just not like a sexy time person right now, and like, no, but I actually read it's like biologically though, it's like a thing, like your body is saying like your sex hormones and everything. It's like that's not the priority right now. So like overwhelmingly, the women do have like such. Like they're like, I don't want to do that right now, and it's like normal, but you feel that's something else I felt shame about though, of like I just wanted to care for my baby, and I literally to my gynecologist, I was just like at that 6-week appointment, I was like, who the fuck is having sex? Like I gotta know, you know, because it was just.
Do you think
so...
any of this is related to social media or just like your peers? Like where do you think that the shame comes from? If you're realistic about it,
I think the shame just comes for like. Hey, store's open, you can do, like, I don't even think it's from social media or people. I think it's just, like, the 6-week thing of, like, yeah, you can, so shouldn't you want to? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because...
I'd say a lot of mine comes from, like, social
you feel like
media.
social media?
Seeing people's, like, women with their nice house and their rich husband and their perfect baby, and I'm like, damn, I wish I had a rich husband.
No, I just think I don't know. I that's the thing, the pressure I don't feel like is from other people. It's like within myself of like, well, shouldn't you just be want to be like having sex and do it? But I'm just like, I haven't like slept in months. Like I want a burger and like to watch.
Well, that's
Selling
why
Sunset.
if you haven't slept in months, your libido's not just gonna like we women feel ready to go when their bodies relax.
Yeah.
First of all, when the baby's asleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
When is that? That's only overnight, and then they go to bed at like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., and then you have a 2-hour window to when you can do it, and by then it's like, I just want to eat and watch, you know, whatever, and I don't...
I also remember the first time that we did after the first time, like my brain couldn't shut off. I literally was just like, is she waking up? Like I couldn't fully relax because I'm like, oh, she's gonna wake up. Like it was a weird. And again, it's like that transition of it's such a different dynamic than you've ever experienced or whatever. So it's just new.
And your baby's 6 months?
She's 6 months.
Yeah, like you're still in those first few months where you're like still trying to like
What is
figure,
life?
yeah, what is life like? I think like I'm perimenopausal. As you'll know. And so like I have a sex drive because my child's like 4 now and she goes to school, like she goes somewhere, you know. When they go somewhere, oh you guys, does any of your kids go places without you? It is like the most magical feeling, and then like when you go to pick them up, it's a great feeling too. But like when they're there, you're like, oh, my brain is back, and like my sex drive's back, and like you feel like free for almost like just for like a second. So it's just like a period of your time. No, that didn't make sense, did it? It's just a period of your time. It's just a time. Yeah.
I got her.
It's just this certain period in your life.
This is like a random.
What's the answer for me then?
No, it's
Lost cause.
no, but is your son going to school yet?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
He's there all day.
See, no, wait, is he?
He's there all day.
At school?
No, at home.
No, with
Oh,
her.
at home. Okay, at home.
No, yeah.
See, yeah, I think the second your son starts going to school, you'll see there's like it's a shift. Do you know?
You're like, no, he's around all the time.
Do you have an idea of like when you want him to go?
I haven't thought about it.
Okay.
I don't think ahead.
No, well, I think
That clear
this
with
the
the
school that the preschool that she goes to, the kids could go as early as like 19 months. And I walked in with my 19-month-old and I just started sobbing. I was like, I'm not ready yet. I'm so sorry. And I like left. And then I came back 3 months later and they're like, hey, good to see you back. And then they do this thing where you're there with them for 3 hours. Like, and then you do tap outs and then you really transition. Like they really transition you into this like preschool setting, so you feel prepared, and then they send you photos, and then you like stalk them in the windows for a few weeks, and then you feel like really ready for them to be at school.
That's great.
Yeah.
See, you're like the future.
I am the
For me
future.
right now. Like,
Well,
it's just funny. Like every state, it's like so many differences in each like phase of that, wherever. Also, it's so weird. I didn't think that like you think because everyone's like human and there's like shit ton of moms around and stuff. I was so surprised at how much I didn't know though. Like when I had the baby, like you'd think it'd be like there were certain things that would be more intuitive, but then the things that are not are like wild. Like when her nose was congested, you use that Frida thing, you know, you like suck it up. That was like trauma to me. like there's
You don't want to stick it up too far.
it's just so weird. Like it's just there's all these weird things that you're like I know nothing. Like it's a weird like I know everything and I know nothing, all at the same time. But it was pretty satisfying getting all the boogers out though, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty fun. But now I'm like, you're like, hell yeah, like the tip of that, you know, like all it feels so freeing when you're like, I knew there was something up there, you know? It's awesome. I want to use it on myself. But that's like a weird mom task. Like I feel like I'm like the booger person. Like I feel like I'm the one that's always clearing her nose. Do you guys have weird like you're the designated like you're the booger person? You know?
I'm the food chaser feeder.
Food chaser view. Okay. You always end up being the one that has to
Eat it. My kid will not sit still. So
But does
again, I
your
could
fiance
judge it.
just he's like you do it. Like he
No,
won't
no,
really
no,
do it.
he does it too. I was just,
My husband just hands our kid a popsicle. Like he'll be eating the popsicle and he's like, here's a popsicle. Like that's how she would get fed if he was the only one around. Like
Oh, I'm the bather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's your task.
Like he will never bathe River, my son. He'll never bathe him. So
Okay.
if he's gonna get like clean, it's
like
me.
because he doesn't think of it, or just
Yeah,
because.
There's a lot of things that he doesn't think of. Like cleaning the house.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a lot that he needs to start thinking about at some point. Otherwise, well,
But
first we need to have another baby, and then I'll.
I think what happens though is like you just get in a rhythm of like you're just the one who always ends up doing it. You know?
Yeah.
And then they kind of just like cool. You know, but then you're like, I'm kinda always the
And they're like, you know, they say, they're like, well, you gotta let the husband lead. You gotta let him lead. I'm like, okay, but he hasn't started leading yet. What's the window? Because my fiance moves. I keep saying husband. He's my fiance. I don't know when we're gonna do that, but he just moves so slow. Like legit, during the earthquake in 2020, which was around when we met, I was like, I rose from the dead at like 2 a.m. I'm like, let's go! Like, I was just prepared, and literally like 3 minutes later, he's like,
Yeah.
what? Urgency! I don't know. I don't know if it's a like pre-mom thing.
It's a mid thing, and then they say that like, oh, you're being so controlling. Like if he says I'm controlling, I'm like, that's not helping.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This whole situation by you saying like, oh, and he just goes, oh, you just do it so much better, and I'm like, oh my god, that's such a cop out to say I do it so much better. It's just men, not all men, but I think all men, like they don't think about like food, like they think about food for themselves.
Yeah.
But they don't like think about like food for the baby, and then oh now I need to bathe her. Like I've been gone for an hour. When I get home, I'm gonna be like, has the baby been fed? And he's like, you know, like
that was this morning with me because I decided to sleep in because my baby was up for 2 hours. So he woke up, and then like 3 hours later, I was like, so what does he have to eat today? He's like what, blackberry? Like one berry? Yeah, that's why he's crying right now. He's irritable. It's food.
Right, and then when your friends say, oh, your husbands will just figure it out, I'm like, they won't just figure it out. They never figure it out.
Yeah. It's like the urgency thing is so real though, because I'll be like, hey, the baby's crying, and my husband's just like, all right. It's like the most slow motion.
So slow.
Like, and I'm just like, wait, what? No, I mean like now. Like she needs attention now. Like, but it's so like, it drives me crazy. Like I'm just like moms are just like, yeah, like you just do it, you know. But
is it because of the biology? Is it because
I think
feel
so.
we're
Men
connected
can
to their...
sleep through a baby's cry. My husband is snoring on the couch. The baby is sobbing. And I'm like, I scream, I'm like, the baby's crying! And he's like, what? Are they gonna want me to give it back? I'm like, no, just stay there. Like, it's always the middle of the night. I'm so mad at him because he's sleeping through it, and then he just goes right back into snoring.
it pisses me off.
Like,
My husband,
they're able to fall right back asleep after an hour being woken up.
I remember when my baby was like waking up like a lot in the very beginning, and like my husband was just like totally sleeping through it. I remember I was like so mad that I was like, I'm gonna make some noise. So I was like purposely trying to like fart loud and like get out of the bed really noisy, just like cause I was just like, fucker needs to wake up right now with me. Like I was like, you know what I mean? Like the baby wasn't doing it, so I was just like just like I wanted some.
He's like, I can hear you.
I know, but it would just be turned like I'd be like, I was up multiple times, and he's just like, I don't hear you. I'm like, you didn't hear me ripping ass next to you either. Like, I need something to make you alert. But yeah, I think we're all just probably wired different.
I think they could do it. My husband organizes 6 games of pickleball every week. 4 people per game, okay? He schedules everyone. I was like, he has never made one dinner reservation in his life. But he can schedule 6 pickleball games. Like, they are capable. It's not fun for them. Yeah. And if something's not fun, and then everyone always says that I need to think of all the things that he does do well. I'm like, I haven't
think about
thought.
that.
I know. Right? Let's think on, like, we can name on one hand those magnificent things.
Carrying things.
Yes. Oh, that's true. He does carry a box. He carries those water bottles
Empty out the trash.
I'm sure he, like, reaches for things.
Do you guys have pets?
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I have a dog. So
I
that's
have
true.
a
He
dog.
walks the dog.
One dog?
One dog.
One dog, and
I have a dog, but then again, my kid licks the floor.
I have 2 dogs. I feel like it shifted. Like I like stopped doing anything with the dogs. I was like, I have this baby, so he's like always like dog duty for like he's doing vet appointment. Like I've just shifted. He's taking that responsibility. So I'm like, all right.
My dog hasn't been in the vet in 5 years.
Yeah. My dog's actually I don't know, one of them, Ralph, he like had like a breakdown when we had a baby. Kind of like I don't know. He was like the younger dog, and I think he sensed that my energy like just
The underdog?
No, the younger dog. Like I have 2 dogs. But hey, the underdog. I'm gonna come out on top with this baby. He's wrestling my baby in the living room. No, like I think he just shifted, or he like sensed that my energy just like shifted so much. So he was just like losing his mind, just like pissing and shitting in the house, and then like he got a staph infection. I'm like, dogs? So my husband was doing all that stuff, which I was grateful because I wasn't gonna do it because I'm like, I have a child right now. Like,
Yeah, I was not prepared for the shift because my dog was my everything. Like I could not imagine loving anything more than this dog, and everyone kept saying, "You will love this baby." I was like, I cannot imagine. And I don't think I was prepared for like the shift.
Yeah, no, that was different.
I was like, oh, I have a dog. After a week, I forgot about Russell.
My husband literally says I forgot about them, which now I feel shitty about. But in the time, I was like,
you don't even have time to prepare for it.
Yeah,
it just happens.
So
it's like this energetic, complete shift of focus of your like, oh.
Yeah,
So I still make time to like cuddle with my dog.
I know.
And he comes to me a lot and like sleeps with me still. And
my dog's been watching a lot of reality TV with me lately. Because now my daughter's been like sleeping early, and so like we've been doing Love Is Blind together. Now I'm like the evenings are with you guys now, like my 2 boy dogs. So, but no, I did actually feel shitty about that. Like after like a month, I was like, I forgot they existed. But I was sad too because I love them so much. Like before, and then I was like,
it's
oh,
different
shit.
now. Now they are actually, before they were our babies, and now they're actually like, oh, you're a dog.
I was. No, I know. I kind of would shit on people who would be like, I love my dog like my child, because I was also obsessed with them. And then when I had the baby, I was like, oh no, this is totally different.
Then you have the baby on the dog cot who's a week old, and your dog is up here, and then he jumps. Someone knocks at the door, and he jumps uses the baby as like a bouncing board, and then you swat your dog across the room for the first time, and you go, oh, I'm a abusive pet owner. Yeah.
I was in the beginning.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. That's the shift where it's like, I will take you back to the shelter.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like I have a Chihuahua, and it wants to like bite at my baby's feet, and my baby just wants to hug it. Like she's so gentle, and he's like, "Rah!" And like you can't. Like he takes Prozac. Like that's why the vet prescribed. Yes, the vet.
It's the LA dog.
Like since the baby's
pre-baby, I took it to a vet in Beverly Hills, and the vet was like, clearly this dog needs Prozac.
What are the signs? Just sad?
No, like he's
Suicidal
like he has thing with feet. He's from the East Valley shelter in Van Nuys. He comes with like a history. He was given up on his birthday. He had 3 different owners, right? So given up on his birthday, we're like, we're here to save you.
Because he knows it's his birthday.
He's like, today's my day. In my mind, he knew. Like,
you assholes taking me
cage with a little birthday cake with 3 candles, and like, so we saved him from the shelter. But now that you have 2 kids, and like, when the dog barks at you, just like don't want the dog anymore, and I feel bad because he loves us so much. And then you love the kids so much, and it does shift.
No, I was ready to kill my dogs because they were losing their shit at the Amazon drivers. And we get the baby, and I was just, I was like, you guys, we got them in Boyle Heights, which is like kind of a weird part of LA, but I was ready to send their ass back to Boyle Heights. Like, they're little French bulldogs. They're funny little dudes. But I was like fully like, I was like, I hate you guys right now because you're kind of ruining this baby. But the love came back. But we love, but the love, it came back. So final kind of closing question is like kind of a heavy one, but I love it. So, long time from now, when we're all gone, what is something that you hope? I said it was heavy, but no, but it can be beautiful.
So we're all dead.
It can be
Everyone's different. We're all dead. Picture us all dead. We're at Forever Cemetery. Hollywood Forever Cemetery. We've all done big things. Our QR codes are right there, so you can see all the things we've done. People scan it. The dog is buried right next to us. We really did love the dog.
It's a beautiful thing, I swear. It sounds sad as hell, but yeah, we're all dead. But what is something you hope your child like knows you for and remembers you for, or by? And I know that's really heavy again, so I can say it.
Dead for this scenario.
We're all dead. Your kids.
Tell your kid's 18 talking about you to your friends.
No, but like again, no, really. Like when I have a dead parent, so I get it. Like like there's things I think of with my dad, and in a really beautiful way. Like I think about that a lot.
Is your dad passed?
Yeah, no. I literally just said I have a dead.
Oh. Sorry, Dad.
You're being hurt. No, yes. So I do have a dead dad.
Stop saying dead dad.
But it's a weird thing because also, again, something unexpected about motherhood is I really reflected a lot on grief in my life and family who is not with me. And then it's a weird thing becoming the parent when you don't have a parent. And so you just think all that stuff also becomes very intense. And so I always think about, like, what do I want and hope my daughter remembers about me. And I know for me, and again, it's, like you said, all the cliches are very true. But what I do always hope is, like, I hope that she always knows I was a safe place to go to like, tell things. And again, I know it's cliche and simple, but, like, and I'll say that with my living mother and my dead dad, both living and dead, is I felt with both of them that I could always say the truth of, like, what was going on. And, like, I guess they both have always given me the energy of, like, yeah, you'll figure it out. And I feel like that's, like, is such a piece to have, both for a parent and a child, to have that kind of version of, like, confidence. And to know, like, oh, yeah, no, I can, like, go to this person and tell them whatever, you didn't get the job or you didn't pass the thing or whatever the thing is in the moment. Like, I just hope that my daughter always knows that, like, it's never about the outcome, but that you can, like, go to me with the issue and, like, you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And so, again, in the simplest way, I guess it's, like, a safe
And she'll
place.
only know that after you die.
That's what I'm saying! And then so when we're all dead, all our children will gather.
Okay, I'm going to train my child to appreciate this when I'm here, so that I can...
So, I guess some version of that.
For me, that I went above and beyond. Like the other day, okay, for Halloween she was Elsa. Okay, she was dressed as Elsa, and she was like, I don't want to be Elsa anymore. And it was an hour before school, and I drove her to Spirit Halloween, and she was like, I want to be a witch. And thank God they had a witch costume, and I got her a witch costume, and so she ended up being a witch. Like, for ballet class a few days before that, I forgot her ballet costume, and I was like, do you need it? And she's like, yes, I need it. Like, it was for Halloween. She had to be dressed as Elsa. So I sped back home, and she's like, you got this, Mommy! And I'm speeding through traffic so we're not late to get her costume to then go back to ballet class. And only half of the class was dressed up. But, like, I really do go above and beyond, and I hope she remembers that. I hope she remembers that.
Stuff like that. I mean, you even think about yourself with your, like, that's the stuff you remember, like the silly things like that, you know. Yeah. No, she will. We'll make sure. Whoever dies first, we'll check up, and make sure we're checking. So we'll have some people checking each other. What do you think, Manon?
That's a great question. I really like it.
Thank you.
Two things I wanted to say. It is crazy when you have kids, the appreciation that starts flooding in for your parents. You go, whoa, they did this? Wow, I have not appreciated this enough, so I get to constantly now give it to them when they're alive. And when they're dead. I mean, we can talk to anyone at any time. And I guess I really want my kids, future kids, current kid, to feel like I was really oh, I got to be my best, most freedom of expression self with my mom. Like, when I was around her, I loved who I was. Like, the best part of me came out, and she celebrated life with me. We would dance together, we'd laugh together, we'd cry together. Like, that's what I want. And it's kind of like a mix of what you guys said. Yeah. My favorite memories with my mom was when we were both crying at Lion King, or are we crying at Titanic together? I'd look over and we'd be like, or like laughing with my dad, or dancing with my dad. So for me, it was like just celebrating life, you know, as for as long as possible, you know, because at some point it kind of shifted, and then I like retreated, and then I didn't feel like I could do that with my parents, and I want that to be like ever going for as long as possible.
No, it's beautiful. Because I feel like there are people that you see, I'm sure we've all seen this, but like people who like their energy shifts and they just kind of become a different person when they've been around their parents. And so I think that's so beautiful, because it's like, yeah, no, keep your same energy around. I mean, the hope would be you could do it with everybody, but how beautiful that to think of your mom as being that person you can always be your truest self with. So that's beautiful. Thank you guys so much. I thank you two for coming and agreeing to this and not really knowing what this was. They're like, are we performing? Are we doing stand-up? I'm like, we're gonna talk, okay? But no, I'm so appreciative of you two, because I wanted moms that wanted to talk about all this stuff, and I'm so appreciative of everyone coming. And my simplest hope was that you felt a little lighter today and a little more understood and seen, and that way you can just go out and be the best mama and best you possible. Because I'm hoping that your cup was just a little fuller from today. So, thank you so much. And yeah, no, I love you all. I'm Italian, so of course I
Thank
love
you
you.
for having us. Thank you for giving the space. Thanks for being, you know, patient and
Yes.
enjoying, and we're all holding the space.
Yes.
There's so
Oh, plug you two. Sorry, if you guys want to follow any of their stuff, what's the best way everyone can find you guys?
At Kaela Crawford.
Because you guys both are doing shows all the time. You're always doing stuff. So Instagram, Kaela Crawford. Where's your next show? Just give it to him now.
I'm like mom brain. I think I'm at the Hollywood Comedy or Flappers.
Okay, find her on Instagram and
Yeah,
go.
on my Instagram.
And you can see her actually like perform, you know. And then Manon.
TikTok and Instagram and Facebook at Manon Mathews.
Yes.
One N in Manon and one T in Mathews.
And they're doing big things. These women are killers. So even though they're soft, gentle mothers too at the same time. So okay, I love you all,
Thank you,
even
guys.
though we all just
Thank
met.
you.
So yes, thank you for everything.